Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about what to do when you are stuck with a player like Devante Adams or Tony Pollard. These two players were selected virtually first or second round in almost any draft. And if you went back and covered their picture and their name and you didn't know a player you're looking at and you were solely looking at the numbers, you would not expect these to be first and second round draft players. Now, I'm going to help you decide what to do when you are stuck in this sticky situation where one of your supposed best players is just not performing well. So, we're going to evaluate our options. We have option A, you can play them, option B, you can bench them, or option C, you can trade them. So, in my opinion, A and B are the viable options, and C usually is not a viable option, but there's an exception to that one that I'll talk about here in a minute. Okay, now we're going to break down our options a little bit and take a deeper dive into each one. First, we have option A, play them. This is the option I'm going to go with most of the time when I get stuck in these situations. So far, I've played Pollard every single week throughout the fantasy season. I don't need to pull him out and say, hey, I need you to prove to me you can score 20 before I throw you back in. I already know that he's very capable of doing that, and I don't want to make the mistake of pulling him out of the game and then him having a pop-off game where he scores 20 or more points. When you're choosing to play or bench a player, high volume is always a green flag and an influencer for me to want to play the player. So right here, let's take a look at Pollard in the last 3 games. 15 carries, 12 carries, and 12 carries. 39 carries in the last 3 games. Very solid. And then also not displayed, he's been targeted 13 times in the last 3 games, which is very solid too. I'm not sure why, but I'm unable to see the running backs targets on my desktop, but I'm able to on my phone. Now let's take a look at Devante Adams here. He has 12 targets, 7 targets, and 7 targets in the last 3. So that is a total of 26 targets. In my opinion, it's just not wise to bench him. You just have to leave him in with that kind of volume. As you can tell, option A is definitely my favorite option. But we do have some other options, so let's look at option B, bench them. Now, when are we going to put their sorry asses on the bench? This is just going to be on the other end of what I just said. You want to bench them if they aren't getting good volume. If they're only getting 8 carries a game, 4 targets a game, their numbers look down. The volume is down, a red flag. Put them on the bench, sub them out, get them out of there. Now we're going to look at our final option, option C, which is to trade them. And in my opinion, this is not going to be a viable option in most cases. The only time you'd want to give away a player like Pollard or Adams is if you're going to get your money's worth. So for one of these players, you need something scrumptious. I would say something like maybe CD Lamb or Keenan Allen would be a fairish trade for these players. There would probably have to be a couple pieces thrown in there as well on each side. So those are the 3 options you can work with. Hopefully I brought you some clarity, some more insight, and overall some confidence with your decision making. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it if you made it all the way to the end, and let me know if there's any way I can improve my videos. Peace out.